Hi, Leo, or anyone watching for Leo. This is a timeless reading, so it will resonate whenever you find it. We're looking into your love life. And as always, if you are watching for Leo, just reverse the roles. So, you guys, your cards came out, and it's not just talking about your romantic life, but it looks like you have people in your life outside of the person that you're interested in, whether it's family or friends, and they have a real problem with your relationship or the person that is your partner, is what this is looking like to me. It feels to me like you're kind of being a victim of slander at this time, whether that's like groups of people getting together and saying they don't agree with your life decisions or that you could do better than the person you're with. But I feel like you're very committed to whatever situation you're in, right? Even if you're not with this person, you feel like this is where your heart is. And it feels like you're not getting the support from your friend group or your family members about the way that you feel in this connection, right? It feels like perhaps you are dealing with some things as far as like your partner or the person that you're interested in. And you want what's best for the both of you, right? It feels like maybe some things have come out about this person and you're trying to navigate like, okay, not only am I feeling shaky because of what I'm learning or what we're going through as a couple, but it's very frustrating that it feels like I have to set these boundaries with my friends or with my family to be like, hey, I'm already going through it. Like, please don't add fuel to the fire. Don't talk badly about this person. This is really none of your business, right? It seems like there's some people that are very heavily invested in your situation, even though they're not really a part of it, right? It's like they're on the outside. And I think that people are gossiping, about the way that you're dealing with whatever the situation is. And in all honesty, it's nobody's business but you and the person that you're with. Unfortunately, though, it feels like whoever these people are, they're kind of planting seeds in your mind where you're feeling a bit torn, right? Between the person that you're thinking about or that you care about, and then this group of people, they're creating indecision, and it could very well be that whoever you have been connected to or having this kind of on and off relationship with, or for some of you, you could be married and you're working on like a reconciliation after some time apart. This person, it feels like they're coming into your life again in more of a like a bigger capacity. So maybe you were just kind of disconnected or going through some issues, right? It feels like this person is trying to make amends to you, but you're viewing them as being someone that you don't really trust. So it's very possible that your partner was unfaithful to you and then friends or family found out, or you were simply like trying to talk, right? Because you should be able to talk to the people that you care about your feelings. And it's almost like these people are, they're feeling like you hold your life up for whoever this is, or you're just like waiting around for them, that you're making poor decisions. There's the energy of them kind of accusing you of like chasing drama or already knowing who this person is and then still allowing them into your life. And I think that for you, it's just so incredibly frustrating because these are people that you've shown up for, right? Maybe you've watched these people make questionable life decisions, and you've tried to support them through it all, right? So I think it's frustrating for you because now you're having to be a source of support for yourself in a way that you shouldn't have to be, because you've already sown the seeds of friendship or of loyalty to family. It's like, why aren't you here for me? Why aren't you supporting me as I'm going through this very difficult situation within a connection that I have, right? I think for you guys, you're going to end up getting really upset because there's a part of you that it looks like is still very invested in whoever this partner is, right? Maybe you know things about the situation that your family, your friends don't know, right? Or you understand more about what they're going through. And so you have a bigger like source of forgiveness for them. This person, I feel like, wants your forgiveness, but they also know that whatever they did to you, they can't take that feeling away, right? Like, whatever you decide, it feels like this person understands that that is really truly the consequences of their actions, right? That whatever they did to you was so big that if you never wanted to speak to them again, they wouldn't be okay with that, of course, but they completely understand your reasoning why, you know? And so I think maybe that's part of the problem is like this person is being genuine in the sense of like, if you never talk to me again, I totally get it. I was a really bad person or I made these really bad choices. And I think that that is coming through as being something so genuine for you that it's making you pause, right? It's hard for you to like annihilate this person out of your life when it seems like they really do understand the magnitude of their decisions and that you may never trust them again or that you may never be okay with even having them in your life, right? This is a big relationship for you, I feel like. This is somebody that was definitely either a karmic energy or they were brought into your life so that you would do a complete 180 as far as like who you are as a person or what your relationships look like. And I think that you're going to end up forgiving this person. I'm not saying that you'll be best friends with whoever this is, but I do see you giving this person grace and being like, okay, I understand that life happens, right? I don't like what you did. I don't feel good about us, but I also care about you enough that I'm willing to see where this can go, right? But my blinders are off, my eyes are wide open on this. It's almost like you'd rather be with this person than be without them. So you're having to figure out like how to navigate this moving forward. I think you're going to end up telling whoever these people are in your life that seem so negative to stay out of your business, right? And that could be a big part of why this situation is happening, like with this person. Perhaps, you know, you orchestrated when you were planning your life to have a partner that was very controversial or not what your family members expected, so that you would start having to see the dynamic of the connections between your friends and family, right? In a new light and be like, wow, these people don't care about my happiness, or they think they know everything about everything and they don't resonate with me. And maybe I need to create distance, right? It's almost like this partner came into your life so that you would reassess your family and your friends' situations, right? Now, as far as your opportunity, you got the Magician in the reverse. So let's see that. And what I'm feeling from this again has a lot to do with your family of origin or your friend group, because there's people who it seems like they only like you when you're doing what they want you to do or when you're behaving the way they want you to behave, right? For some of you, it's not even a matter of like this partner doing something like bad to you. It's just that like what they represent. You know what I mean? Maybe this is somebody who represents something that is so abhorrent to your family of origin or your friend group that it's almost like if you deal with them, you'll be kicked out of, you know, your social circle, or you'll be disinherited because it's like, how dare you, you know, date somebody who is of that social standing or of that gender or who is of that ethnicity, right? There's something about your person where these people don't feel like that's who you should be with, and they're very controlling. You know, these are people who their own lives are a complete and utter mess, right? But they have to dictate to you how things should be. And it's very conditional. You know, their love is very conditional and it's based upon how you perform, right? Do you make the family look bad with your choices? We can't accept you if you do XYZ. So you have an opportunity to really see who in your life wants happiness for you at this time, right? Because these people, they're very manipulative. They might guilt trip you. They might just downright get angry with you or call you names or, you know, talk to you like you don't know what's best for yourself. This is a huge opportunity for you to break free of this, because I feel like this is something that you've been dealing with for a long time, right? Especially if this is your family of origin that has all these hooks in you where they kind of know your triggers or they know how to manipulate you into doing what they think is best for you because you clearly don't know, right? The obstacle, however, is that you will have to not only create distance, but you may have to change how you perceive these relationships, right? How valuable they are to you. Because I think whoever these people are, this has been happening to you for so long that it's almost just become a way of life for you. But what I would like to invite you to do is to look at how many times whoever this is, whether it's a mother, a father, siblings, a whole family, like group, if it's, friends you've had forever, whatever, look at this and see how many times has this stopped you from chasing or going after something that really felt right for you, right? Whether it was a career or, a major or a hobby, anything, right? Because this situation has kept you from living your best life, your authentic life. It's like you can't even be yourself without some kind of criticism, and then you're like excommunicated or shunned. And so you're being called to reassess this. Like, how valuable is this to you? How helpful is this to you in leading your most authentic life that will bring you closer to your true bliss and your happiness, right? Your advice is the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So it's time to spend some time thinking about your commitments, right? What are you committed to? And the effects that that's having on your life, because it looks like there's so many wonderful things for you. But with this being in the reverse, it literally cannot manifest because your life is so full of these expectations or obligations. It's like you can't have what you want. You know what I mean? You're supposed to take time to really think about if you could have anything that you wanted in life and you didn't have to consider these people's response or reaction, what would you do, right? What would you do for yourself? Where would you live? How would you dress? What would you eat? Like, this is somebody micromanaging you to the point that your daily life seems like it's so just you're caged in, right? And so I want you guys to really think about, like, if you could have anything, what would that look like? And I know that it's very scary if you come from like a very toxic family of origin, but try to get to the bottom of the parts of you that it feels like you can never express. And then if you need to create distance so that you're in a safe space to do that, now might be the appropriate time, because it kind of feels like you guys are going through the same cycles over and over. As long as you keep whoever these people are, you know what I mean, in your life, they're keeping you so stuck, right? And I think there's a lot of guilt here as far as like leaving or creating distance. But it seems like that's literally what you would have to do, simply because these people don't really have boundaries, okay? For whoever they are, friends, family, I don't know. They don't seem to have the kind of boundaries where you could be like, hey, it really bothers me when you do this. And then they are like, oh yeah, I get it, no problem. Instead, it becomes some big thing of like, well, how could you not be the son that I always needed when I worked so hard to support you? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's almost to the point where you could not just have healthy relationships with these people. You might have to distance yourself and be very protective of what you talk to them about, right? Because there's always some kind of input here that it feels like you're not even really asking for most of the time. Okay, so just try very hard to get in touch with yourselves at this time. Be good to yourselves, because it seems like you're already going through something over here, and then having all this extra is just, it's a lot for anybody to deal with, right? Make sure that you're not hanging out with people who act like this because you're lonely. That might be something you want to look into too, is like, how do you feel about spending time with yourself? Is that something that makes you feel uncomfortable? You don't need anybody's company or validation if they don't have your best interests in mind. So let's get you some love messages. And I'm really sorry that you're dealing with this. Like, dealing with family stuff really sucks. And so your first one says, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you shared with those you love. So are you creating memories that are important to you? You know, are you creating memories that if you reflect back on them, you feel joy? Because it feels like the people in your life right now, there aren't that many, right? The bad seems to really outweigh the good. So maybe it's time to reassess that, right? You got balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. And you know, maybe if you're thinking like, oh, this family dynamic, like I've tried to go through so many things with these people and be patient with these people, and I don't understand what the lesson is here for me or why they're not changing. It's very possible that you are a lesson for them. And when you stop agreeing or shaping yourself to be whatever they feel like you should be, that's when the lesson begins for them, right? Because it doesn't feel like these people even see the error of their ways or how their behavior is affecting you. So I'm sorry that this didn't so much talk about whoever this is, but it looks like you are going to end up at least having a big discussion with this person or forgiving this person. But I think it's really going to cause some upheaval in your family life. All right, you got secret admirers. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. And bottom of the deck is surrender. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. All right, Leo, this has been your love message. Thank you so much for supporting me by watching my channel. If this resonated for you, please do hit the like and subscribe, and I will speak to you guys again soon. Bye.